and I'm planning on being at, super original and kind of get, weird because I'm playing a little bit earlier in the day for Imagine. I'm stoked, man. Long story short, I'm stoked.
Okay.
Go to Imagine. You have to be there. Crazy lineup. Time of your life, guaranteed. Absolutely.
All the huge name artists that are on that have been announced so far, it's mind-blowing to me.
How was it at Imagine the last 2 years?
It's always really fun. It's always welcoming. Like, the vibes are heavy. It's amazing.
How do you feel about Imagine coming up just a short 3 weeks away? How do you feel inside right now?
When I went, I was like, man, I've been missing out all of these years. I just turned 26 not too long ago. So I'm like, man, why'd I miss so many years? 'Cause, like, as a black man, we're not raised in this kind of type of environment.
Hell nah.
So.
Looking forward to Grizz. I play sax as well.
Grizz.
Grizz, Cascade Pool Party.
Cascade Pool Party.
Millennium.
Millennium.
How could you not forget
Pre-party
Millennium?
with 7 Lions.
Let's go.
Oh, yes. Yes.
We're more to the core. I love talking about the core. I love getting deep.
More to the core.
do
It
it.
is that thing. We're here with Sully.
Yo. How you guys doing? What's up, Atlanta?
I'm Baby Win. I'm your host. Sully, how do you feel about the set?
I loved it. I haven't been to Atlanta since 2020, and I played at the Masquerade with Liquid Stranger last time I was here.
Hell
so
yeah.
It's been a long time coming. I've been booked for Imagine Fest for the last 3 years, but COVID obviously had its way.
Yeah.
And then Mother Nature last year didn't want us to get together, so it's really cool to be finally coming back to the city, and I get to do it all again next month, which I'm excited about. Yeah.
You spoke about the little mishaps with Imagine. How do you feel getting ready to finally get to play Imagine after the mishaps that happened? How do you feel?
Yeah, I'm super stoked. I think it's gonna be a really special day. I play Friday, and it's a Wakan takeover, so I'm gonna be with my favorite people, and it's definitely gonna be a completely different set than tonight, which is exciting. Like, I've never had a time where I played in the same city in a short time frame like that, back to back, and I feel like a lot of these people are going to show up that day as well. So I need to bring something fresh and new for that, which is exciting. I definitely went on the heavier side of things today, and I'm planning on being at super original and kind of get weird because I'm playing a little bit earlier in the day for Imagine. I'm stoked, man. Long story short, I'm stoked.
Okay, hell yeah. I was gonna ask you how it was gonna differentiate, but you touched on it a little bit.
Yeah.
You say you're gonna be with your favorite people. You're gonna be with the Wakan. It's gonna be a Wakan takeover.
Yeah.
I seen an article that said you were back home with the Wakan.
Yeah.
What does that mean? You're back home with them.
Yeah. What does it mean to be back home with them?
Yeah. Did you leave Wakan at some
No,
point?
I've never left. I've been a Wakan artist honestly since day one, or week one, I should say. So I put out my first song, Frequency Shift, back in March of 2019, and Loper, my manager, who's he kind of oversees all of Wakan with Liquid Stranger, he got in touch with me within the first couple weeks of me starting my project and asked for music, and him and Martin, Liquid Stranger, just immediately welcomed me into the family. So literally since week one of my project, I've been with Wakan, and I don't think there's a better home for my music. I'm not going anywhere. I love it.
So you're on a tour right now. You're going from city to city playing right now?
Not like an exclusive tour, just more so like one-offs and stuff. So I play here tonight, Thursday I play in Indianapolis, and then I have a break, and then I play a small festival in the Midwest, and then I come to Imagine. So it's it's just a lot of one-off dates. It's not I'm not branding it as a tour or anything, but I'm playing shows regularly.
We're playing shows, going state to state.
It's great. It's all I can ask for.
So what does day-to-day look like for Sully right now?
It's really cool. So I've been doing music full time for the last man, 6 years now, 7 years.
Hell yeah.
And every day is different for me because I think the key to my success, at least, and as as I'm a growing artist, like a big thing is like, our jobs don't come with a 401k.
Absolutely.
we have to be smart about how many sources of income we have and whatnot. Like shows is one thing, but like I was saying, I'm only playing like I'm not on a tour right now. So I still have to be mindful of other means of work. So my day-to-day right now is different every day because I do music production behind the scenes. I do mixing and mastering for clients. I work on sample packs and I work on my own project. So there's a lot of different moving parts in my in my artistry, and Sully is the main piece that I'm focused on, but it's not the only piece right now. I'd like it to be the only piece, but for right now, I gotta hustle.
And it's perfect too, because even then, like having a portfolio or something, as you said, you mix and master for other people. Yeah. You having shit with Sully is perfect to be like, this is what I could do. Yeah. Right. And then they already know, they could see your work in that way. Right. And it's very credible. Hell yeah.
It's cool. And it's nice too because it there's days where you feel pressure as an artist to like make the best thing that you've ever made, right? And I think having these other gigs helps me take my mind off of like Sully, the project, all the time. Like I could just be Chris Sullivan, my real name, and do work as a mixing and mastering engineer behind the scenes and like make money off doing it. People appreciate the work and it helps other artists, which I think is really cool. And it takes my mind off of things for a while and and lets me be creative in a different way, which I think is special. So
helps give space to the other things and not have to overthink on it. Then you can let it breathe a little bit. Your name being Chris Sullivan.
Yeah, my name is Chris Sullivan.
Did people call you Sully like growing up? Has that been a thing for a while?
That's been a thing since I was like 3, probably.
Okay, cool.
Or 3 or 4. Like since I started playing soccer. Okay. I grew up all my life, all the way up through college. I played soccer. So I was in sports. That's where it came from. It was like my team nickname. And when I started making music in high school, I was like, everybody calls me Sully. Like I feel like it'd be a perfect name to go by.
Perfect.
I think some of the best artists in the world refer to themselves as themselves. I think that's cool. So and that's where the inspiration comes from.
That and even just a nickname you've had all your life. Like that shit is dope. I wish I went by something like that.
Yeah, it's where the name comes from. It's nothing fancy. I don't have I don't have any crazy branding or any it's just me. Which makes it easy.
It all falls into place.
I just got to be myself. Yeah. Best version of myself.
Falls into place.
Unapologetically myself.
Hell yeah. This more to the core, it's that thing. I just met you two beautiful ladies just now, and I was informed that you guys are playing Imagine. Could you please introduce yourself?
I go by Azella.
And I'm Frisbae.
So you guys have played Iris before? Okay. Many times. How do you feel about Imagine coming up just a short 3 weeks away? How do you feel inside right now?
Honestly, like that. It's an honor, honestly.
It really is.
Because we're such small artists, so like having this first festival for me, it's my first festival playing as an artist, so like I'm so excited.
Same. It's my first festival ever playing, so I'm just incredibly honored to even be on that lineup with so many other incredible artists, to share a bill with so many incredible artists, and I get to go back to back with my best friend. It's just, I can't wait. It can't get here soon enough, honestly.
So you guys are going back to back for this set? Going back to back.
We be going heavy. You know, we go a little heavy, so.
You going heavy?
We're like a perfect match.
How long have you guys been playing music?
So I started DJing in quarantine, and I started playing shows April 2021. So I'm fairly new, but I'm having a great time.
Was it something in the back of your mind as something you always wanted to do, and then you got a push to do it, or was it something sporadic?
I've always wanted to pursue music, but I just didn't know like in what way or what genre or how. But over quarantine, I fell in love with EDM and DJing, and so I just started it, and I was like, damn, I want to do this for the rest of my life.
Yeah,
and that's
honestly, same. I started over quarantine. I have always had a emotional connection to music, and just over quarantine, I was like, what better time than now to start? So
yeah,
we basically shared the same timeline, music-wise.
That brings me to this question. How long have you guys been friends?
Like a year? Like a year, yeah, like a year.
So fairly new.
Girls got to stick together in this industry, man. It's a scary industry to be in, especially as a female. So
especially like girls who play music as heavy as we do. It's not very common, so we connected like immediately, and we just stick by each other.
Did you just say video games?
Video games?
Did you just say video games? Is that what you said?
She didn't, but she does play them.
But I do play video games, though.
Okay. Well, we're taking a turn. What games do you like the most right now?
Okay, I used to stream Fortnite. That's kind of embarrassing, though. I still play it like every day, but I don't stream anymore.
Do you play with keyboard and mouse, or do you play with a controller?
I play on PS4. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not a sweaty PC gamer.
You're not sweaty.
Pretty damn good.
You're not sweaty. I know you're a gamer because you just used the term sweaty. She said I'm not sweaty. I'm not sweaty. Yeah. All right, outside of music for you, what are some interests for you? What do you like doing?
Honestly, well, my main job right now is I teach gymnastics, so gymnastics and cheerleading, I do that, but honestly, music is like a full-time commitment. It honestly consumes every aspect of my life, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
Any closing statements to the people that are going to see this, that are going to be going to Imagine, or they're not going to be going to Imagine, but they fuck with y'all? Any last words for them?
You're not ready.
You're not ready?
They're not ready.
Bring a neck brace.
Bring a neck brace, for real, for real.
You're gonna need it.
This more to the core, is that thing. Peace.
Thank you so much.
Now, they say you're genre bending.
Yeah.
Would you say you're genre bending? And explain, please.
Yeah. So I would say honestly, my claim to fame so far, I think, with my project is that, like, let's say I put out an EP with Wakan. I always try to put a song of, like, you know, different genres on that project, so it makes it well-rounded, while there's still while still, like, people can tell it's me. So rather than having a specific sound, quote unquote, I think of it more like a sound palette. It's like people, even though it's a different style or a different genre, there's like these little what's the word I'm looking for? There's like these little details that link it back to me, and it's it becomes a sound palette.
It's
I don't
your
really
sauce.
have another way.
It's your sauce.
Yeah,
it's your little sauce.
The sauce. But it's like, I feel like there's artists that, like, the song immediately plays and you know it's them because of the sound that you're hearing, right?
Yeah.
Like, where I guess the approach that I have is just like, I want to do a little bit of everything and approach it the same so it still sounds like me, even though it's a different genre. Kind of hard to explain, but I think it makes sense.
I get that. No, we get that for sure. We get that for sure. So, what's the process like?
The process of making a song for me?
The process of making music, and we could touch on it in a couple different ways.
Yeah.
Like, do you let it come to you when you're going to produce something? Is there something you like to do first as a ritual, like a mind state you get in?
Yeah. So I usually, I'm an early guy. I wake up pretty early, and honestly, like, I just produce with no expectations. I go off of like whether it's a sample or like sound design that I'm working on or anything like that. I'll hear something and like kind of just pick one, like, oh, this sound is cool, and just like try not to think about the end result.
Yeah.
You know, I think like that's the best way to be creative, is like not to put this expectation on it, because then it usually like won't work out.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm open to everything too.
That's a gem. That's a gem, being open and having no expectations. So like everything in life.
And and I think that's a cool way to approach music. Like, and maybe the reason why I've ended up like having like a multi-genre catalog and whatnot is because of that, and I'm okay with that. The big project that I'm working on now, and I'm sure that might have been one of your next questions, but you know, like what's next and stuff. And one of the big projects I'm working on is an album for 2023. That's my goal. So, at the same time, though, I'm not gonna put like a due date on it, because I want it to feel right and whatnot. But whether that's working with vocalists or if it's a bass music track and whatnot, I want it to be well-rounded and I want it to sound like me, and that's it. Like, as far as what that ends up being, like on paper, I don't know, but that's cool.
Hell yeah,
I like that. It's exciting.
That's dope to hear. Hell yeah, I'm excited for you.
Yeah.
I couldn't help but notice that you have an Imagine shirt on right now.
I am MC Word. I've been the MC with Imagine since 2013, and I'm MCing for the first time in 2 years because of COVID. My last show is January 2020 in Casanova, and you're gonna find me on the drum and bass stage with Diesel Boy, AK-1200, hopefully Andy C. We'll see. In the parking lot, and you know, this is what I do. I used to be the resident every Saturday night at Rush Lounge, but I'm getting a little older now, so I just like to hang out with my lady friends here. My lady friends, Lauren, Elle, Elektra. She's the spokesmodel of Imagine, actually.
So you're going to be at Imagine as well?
Yes, I am.
How do you feel about Imagine?
Fucking wait, like it's been 3 years. Like I packed my bags last year and it was like, no, like why are you canceling? Like it was so it was like so much of a disappointment. Like I cried my eyes out and I couldn't believe it. But we're going now and it's gonna be so fucking amazing. I can't wait.
What are you guys most looking forward to about Imagine?
I just want to be back in the scene and like do a little crowd hype, make some people happy. Looking forward to Grizz. I play sax as well.
Yes.
Grizz, Cascade Pool Party.
Cascade Pool Party.
Millennium.
Of course, how could you not forget
Pre-party
Millennium?
with 7 Lions.
Let's go.
Oh, yes. Yes.
So, MC Word checking out, Elle, Elektra checking out. Thank you very much.
More to the core, this that thing. Peace.
Thank you guys. No way. Just being on that lineup with all the artists, like all the huge name artists that are on that have been announced so far, it's mind-blowing to me, especially seeing I've only been doing this for a couple months now, and that I've gotten to that point so far with just the connections and everything. Super blessed. I'm super excited for it. And it's just so cool to see everybody that I've known that started when I did just coming up too. Like that's one of the coolest things to see, all of us coming together and doing this all at the same time. I mean, at the end of the day, it's not about you as yourself as an artist. That's the way I look at it. You got your fam always that's going to be right there with you.
Yeah.
And I mean, if one of us is winning, we all win, and that's the way I look at it. I
like that. I like how you look at it like that, because Glenn said the same thing in a press interview he did. He was like, "This is about bringing fams together. This is about bringing the community together. Like that's what we're really focused on with Imagine."
Yeah, that's the end of the day, bro. And especially in Atlanta, with how close everybody is, everybody knows everybody. Everybody know what everybody doing at the same time. And you know, you got everybody's gonna have some haters here and there, but at the end of the day, work through that. Get to everybody who's loving you. Do it for you at the end of the day. That's what was told to me when I first started, and that's what I've been spreading to new people who are coming into this and wanting to do this and asking for advice. I'm like, dude, just do it for you. Do what you love. No matter what anybody else says. If they say you're gonna bomb, if they say you're gonna crash, just keep on going, man. Like, and that's what I've done, and that's how I've gotten to the point to where I'm playing this Renegade stage this year. Like, just kept pushing and doing what I'm doing it for me and just having fun with it at the end of the day.
And where are you playing this Renegade stage at?
At Imagine. It's going to be the Sunday night, the late night Renegade at A1, stretch back-to-back Raid and Rock. It's going to be a great one. We're going to throw some really, really weird shit down. I'll tell you that. We're going to go weird. We're going to go heavy.
Don't miss it. More to the core at Imagine. Thank you guys for watching this stretch. Goodbye. So let's do this. Do you have any piece of advice for your supporters that's going to be watching this video?
I mean, so whether or not, I mean, let's say this supporter is a producer.
All right.
Let's say that, because I think there's a couple different kinds of supporters in this scenario. Let's say it's a producer. Number one piece of advice I have for you is, do not compare yourself to others, and I know you've probably read that online everywhere, but it's like, and it's totally human, and it's totally okay to compare yourself to others, but don't do it. Like I said, easier said than done. But that's like, it's poison for the creative mind.
Absolutely.
And at the end of the day, just put your head down and work. Like, it took me, I've been doing this shit for 11 years, and it took me until year 8 to feel confident to start my Sully project. And that's okay. Like, music is something that you can do for the rest of your life. So don't feel this pressure that it has to be done tomorrow because somebody else just got it done today. Like, that's not what music is about. So be patient, be kind to yourself, and trust the process. And I would also say that to supporters that are not in the music industry. Whatever you're doing in life, trust the process and be patient with yourself and be kind to yourself, because that is ultimately what's going to move you forward.
Yeah.
Like, if you're a salesman, if you're a saleswoman, like, put your head down and work every day. Crunch those numbers and crush that shit.
Trust the process.
You know, trust the process. Like, that's what it's all about. And like, yeah, absolutely.
That's beautiful. Hey, one more time, be patient, trust the process, put your head down and work.
Yep, put your head down and work. I appreciate you guys having me. This is a lot of fun.
I appreciate you doing this. This More to the Core, the Sully thing. Thank you guys for watching. Goodbye.
Peace, Atlanta.
Talking about Imagine, this More to the Core is that thing. You said you've gone the last 2 years?
Yes, I have.
How was it at Imagine the last 2 years?
It's always really fun. It's always welcoming. Like, the vibes are heavy. It's amazing.
Hell yeah. Who are you most looking forward to seeing at Imagine?
If I had to absolutely pick, probably Zoo.
What about you? Are you going to Imagine as well? Who are you looking forward to seeing?
Oh man, that's a hard one right there. I'd be interested to see all of them. Can't just pick one.
Can't just pick one. Have you been to Imagine before? It's gonna be your first one? Okay, hell yeah. So she was just talking about her, who she's most looking forward to seeing at Imagine, how she's gone the last 2 years, how that shit was amazing at Imagine. I just heard you say, is it gonna be your first festival or just your first Imagine?
My first festival, yeah. Like,
oh shit.
In general, I've only been like in the rave scene for like 4 months. I love it. I love it. Like, I make the candy and everything. I'm here every weekend, so I'm excited as fuck for Imagine.
Who got you into this? How'd you get into this?
One of my friends ended up bringing me. I was going through like a really tough time. He's like, hey, come out to a rave. So I did, and I fell in love with it, with all the people, with like the environment, the community, and everything. So that's why I'm here every weekend now.
Yeah. So y'all gonna be camping out and shit at the festival. You gonna love that shit. You gonna love that shit. So I know you just kind of got into this the last 4 months, but is there anyone you're looking forward to seeing at Imagine?
Definitely Excision. I know Frisbae is gonna be there. I'm excited to see her.
Hey, let me tell you one thing. We just interviewed Frisbae as well.
Oh, dude, I love her. She's awesome. I actually met her last night, like for the first time, like in person. She's awesome. She's a really good DJ. I've seen her here a couple times, so definitely excited to see her. I got to refresh myself on the lineup. I know it's a crazy lineup. Like, I know it's one of the best ones that a lot of people have seen so far. So I'm definitely excited to see that, see what it's like.
All right. Do you watch wrestling at all? Did you ever watch wrestling? All right, it would have just been a good example to ask this question. Can you cut a promo for Imagine, just telling people to go to Imagine? Yes.
Go to Imagine. You have to be there. Crazy lineup. Time of your life. Guaranteed. Absolutely.
Guaranteed. 100% guarantee. All sales. No. I'm lying. I can't put that in the video. You could get a refund. You wanna get in on this? Are you going to Imagine?
Actually, I'm not. I'm actually going to Burning Man next week.
Burning Man. You are up. We can't talk to you. You're supposed to be going to Imagine.
It's crazy because, like, as soon as I get back from Burning Man, I'm gonna be too dead to go to Imagine. Like, my energy's gonna be, from what I was told, this is my first time. My camp was like, yeah, you need like a week or 2 weeks to rest because it's gonna be so much.
You're gonna need resting time for sure.
Yes, for sure. So I mean, I'm blessed to go. It's my first time. I'm ready to, just unplug from life and just, reevaluate myself and center myself. So I'm excited.
So you familiar with Iris? You've came here a couple times?
Yeah. So the last time I came here was with Ghastly. Ghastly was performing, and my friend actually came out to visit. and it was actually really, really fun, man, really fun. So like I'm new to the EDM scene, so when I saw him, I was like, whoa, this is a lot. So, but it was amazing though. He's a great guy for sure.
Do you have any comments on the community that's here? You coming out to the EDM scene?
I do. So like, I'm like really, really fresh. So my first rave, official rave, was October of last year. So when I went, I was like, man, I've been missing out all of these years. I just turned 26 not too long ago. So I'm like, man, why'd I miss so many years? 'Cause, you know, like as a black man, we're not raised in this kind of type of environment.
Hell nah.
So, you know, it's all hip hop, you know, R&B, old school, and I'm glad I found this community, man, because it's so loving. So, I mean, plur is a real thing, you know, the peace, love, unity, respect thing, that's a real thing. So I'm really excited. I think we need like more of this in the world because so much negativity in the world, so much negativity, and yeah, we just need to spread that.
And we need this to fight that shit. I know you're not going to Imagine, but can you cut a promo for Imagine telling people to go to Imagine?
I will. My name is Tobias Cortez, and I would love for you guys to go to Imagine 2022. You guys are going to have a great time, and yeah, go to Imagine, you know. Why not?
Why not? There's more to the core, this, that thing. What's your name?
So my name is Tobias Cortez.
Tobias Cortez.
Pleasure to meet you, dog.
It's a pleasure to meet you as well. Thank you guys for watching. Goodbye.
Does everybody feel more relaxed and free with their lives?
I feel like good. I feel like we could have been doing this a long time ago.
Hell yeah.
In just 3.5 short weeks, I and all of my friends will be at Imagine Festival, the most beautiful festival in all the lands, and we will share this space equally and do fun in a way that has not been presented before. What else do I say? I don't know what else to say. Wait, hold on. I feel like I did that pretty well, but I feel like I can do it better. Hold on, start it over. 3, 2, 1, action! In just 3 short weeks, everyone will be frequenting Imagine Festival 2022, the most stupendous festival in all the land. And when you arrive, you will never want to leave. There will be such amazing features such as Excision and who else is playing?
Adventure Club.
An Adventure Club and
Liquid Stranger.
Liquid Stranger, and
who else? And they gonna have the pool. Adventure Blood's playing at a pool, right?
I'll be at the pool for quite some time that weekend. Actually, I will be hosting the fashion show at the pool that weekend. I will also be playing with national favorites such as Drink Your Water, such as Chosen, such as Rest in Pieces. We're going to have a weekend unlike any other in American history. We will make history. I love you all, and I'll see you there.
See you at Imagine. More to the core is that thing.